Cherry.
I just did that.
I want the crime go on here.
Walk.
I'm a navigator, they catch you. Now I don't leave my motor there now. Now Uber they drive. Navigator they catch you. Now Uber they drive. My motor are there outside from here. See they queue with me and the app are open up. They with me.
So, are they come out? They have a kick now. Yes. Where the video for you? Where the
I beg you, I road the cash. I road the cash.
I will break down.
Carry your head up, Joe.
So that was from Lagos, right? And you know that the dramas and all that comes from Lagos, if it is not about if it's not about politics, it's mostly about the environment. Remember, I'm talking about Lagos again. Do you remember the City Boys movement that Tinubu started? And he's been recruiting influencers, artists, event promoters, all those guys, recruiting them, including some young billionaires. That's how they put it. And that seems to have started generating a lot of reactions. This time, it is after appointing, what's his name again, Obi Kubana, as the coordinator for Southeast, the City Boys movement. So he's managed to bring together his own guys and all of them. And they are already showing walking. It's what they call the show walkings, right? And that has got people talking.
Zoom here. Zoom.
Zenko. One. Zenko. Zenko. Zenko two. What about Zenko two? Zenko. Three. The greatest ever do. See for energy. One. See energy.
It's number one.
One. See energy. Two.
No, we have to support the movement.
Yes.
It's unstoppable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have to support the movement.
See energy.
The time has come for us to
Everybody will manage and
we can't negotiate from
logistics. That's the logistics. And the toss. I'm more with God. I'm more with God. On my own. My younger brother. What? He is company. Perhaps divine. Thank you.
So we have 5 states in Southeast. Imo, Anambra, Abia, Enugu, and they are all represented.
I'm more coming.
I'm not going to video.
My movement is like a movement that I want for you. You have no city boy movement. So movement.
So if you're a city boy, if you're going on the city boy movement, you're going fresh. Brand new 2026 buses.
How many pieces?
100 pieces.
How many pieces?
This is what we call starter. When we go for dinner, starter. Our lifestyle can do with politics, not your kind of politics. Premium city boy movement.
So this is the greatest support that has come from any other zone. And what it means that now, 100%. Jagaba. I have one.
They were all Igbo boys, and they are believed to be billionaires, Igbos, who have not only agreed to support Tinubu, they have shown public commitment by purchasing vehicles and few other things that they are planning to use to support him. They are promising him the southeastern Nigeria's support. They will deliver the 5 states and all of that. But that is not the reason why I shared the video. The reason why I shared the video or shown you that video is because it is one of the most trending videos on social media Nigeria right now. Yeah. And guess those who are really sharing the video? Tinubu supporters. The Ronokus. Yeah, the Rono Nazis. That want all of you Igbos to go back to Anambra, go back to your 5 plots, go back to this or that. Remember, I used to ask you that, hey, the Igbos, the Southeasterners, who are members of APC, to the point that it is APC that is controlling Ebonyi State. APC is in charge of Imo State. APC is in charge of Enugu State. Only Anambra and Abia are in opposition. 3 states out of 5 states, yet their presence in APC, okay, did not really convince an average Ronuku, right, to not be this hateful towards the Igbos because of Tinubu. They are the ones sharing these videos now. So the point is, all these guys who are openly supporting Tinubu, and yeah, people are abusing them. There are people who are abusing them, but Ronukus are praising them. Yes, Jagaban's politics. All of you know if you understand. It will enter everywhere, the blah, the blah, the blah. I'm saying that they agree that these guys are Igbos who are taking all the backlashes and whatever it is, right, for supporting Tinubu. Their support is not valuable enough for an average Ronuku to not be that horrible, hateful, divisive bigot on social media. You know, I've asked myself this question many times. Like, if I was Igbo, I'm going to be asking myself, like, okay, me, I'm not in support of Tinubu. There are Igbos who support him. Is that not enough to probably let go? Why are they more like, you know, interested in the people who don't support Tinubu? And don't let anybody gaslight you. Yes, there are Igbos who are abusing them, these guys. There are Igbos who are supporting them. Just as it is, for those of you who are Yorubas, if you are not supporting Tinubu, they call you Omuale. You know, that's deliberate to say, no, you are a bastard if you are not supporting Tinubu. So if you see the Igbos who are saying, what do you call it? Sorry, if you are Yoruba, you're not supporting Tinubu and you are supporting Peter Obi, you are automatic Omuale. You're supporting an Igbo man. You don't support Omo Igbo. That's what they will tell you, right? You've heard that many times, Abi. So it is similar to wherever you see these guys also probably like experience in that sense, okay? When people say, oh, these ones are betrayers, this or that, it's not different. You probably are all wallowing in the same, murky water of bigotry. But the point here is just basically about those who have openly shown support to Tinubu. They are Igbos. They've committed their money. They've committed their time. They've done all they could, right? But yet, it will never be enough for this establishment to trust any of them for leadership in that sense. It's crazy, isn't it? City boy movement. No wonder this opposition group are sounding the warning bell that, yeah, you can get everybody, control everybody, get all of them to be on your side. All everybody wants is to give them free and fair election, okay? Let people decide. And if you have all these guys, why are you worried about e-transmission? We're going back to the e-transmission now, right? Here is Adebayo of SDP.
We don't believe that they'll be worse than the military that eventually had to give up. They can't be worse or stronger than the British Empire at its glory that left Nigerians to govern themselves. These people in National Assembly are brothers and sisters like you and me. They are ordinary people who are there only by virtue of elections. And I don't think that they want us to burn the house down before they do the right thing. So we do not contemplate that they are going to joke with the people. We are ready with them. I can tell you one thing surely. This election will not hold based on bad laws. This election will hold only on good laws. If we don't settle the issue of Electoral Act, we are not taking 1 inch forward. We all meet here now. We have joint issues. That is it. And we are not a nation. I don't think President Tinubu wants United Nations mandate to come and conduct election in Nigeria. But if they don't give us good laws, they have disqualified themselves from conducting the election, because there is an element of public trust in an election that the government of the day is the one to supervise the election, and which means at that point they are acting as statesmen, not as partisans anymore. And if they lose that credibility, then the election will not hold, their tenure will expire and will be under UN mandate. Thank you very much. From INEC itself proposed transmission. In the INEC guidelines, it is transmission. The role of the National Assembly is not to come and teach us brighter grammar book 1. Their job is to give statutory authority, because I have argued in front of Supreme Court on many occasions, and they always ask that question. This thing you are complaining about, INEC, is it contained in the Electoral Act? If it is not contained in the Electoral Act, and you are only complaining that INEC violated its own guidelines, that is not binding. That is the reason why INEC even agreed with us to escalate it to the National Assembly to make it compulsory under the law. So the language is transmission. And if they are looking for references, they should go to the Constitution. Even the National Assembly bill has to be transmitted to the President from National Assembly for signature. Why did the Constitution not say the bill should be transferred to the President? So the language transmission or transmit has judicial meaning for those who study jurisprudence. In the writing of laws, you use words that already have meaning known to the court. That is why you say pay a check. You don't say bring cash on a check. You use language that the court already knows. So if the National Assembly wants to do their duty and they are not doing a dirty job, they are not playing monkey game, risking the continuity of this republic, if they just want to do what is right, they don't need to search for words. The words are already in the bill given to them. Thank you.
Public is to end or to continue. So the action of the National Assembly and even Tinubu himself would determine that. That's practically the message. But again, mostly they believe this is just all talk. But to Usman Bugaje, he believes that those in charge of Nigeria are a bunch of illiterates. And that, that you can tell with how the country has now turned out. So if people don't really insist, you're ready to resist, well, you haven't seen anything yet. But here is what Bugaje, Usman Bugaje, one of these guys who brought this APC live.
I have just 3 points to make. One, let me start by emphasizing the issue of sovereignty. We are running a modern nation state, and it is thriving on the concept of sovereignty. And sovereignty is to the people, not leaders. It's the people who elect leaders. And this was done in 1648. You can check the Peace of Westphalia. And it's very important that we go to the roots or the foundations of the whole structure of state and governance. Ultimately, that is what is going to sustain. And so it's important we emphasize the fact that sovereignty belongs to the people. And therefore, if you block the popular will of the people, you are basically destroying sovereignty, you are destroying nation state. Some of the people who are doing a lot of this mess, a lot of them are a bunch of ignorant people. They have not gone to school, many of them. Their certificates are in question. They are involved in so many crimes. We have the records. You, the press, have been reporting on some of these. So how can we allow a bunch of criminals to come and destroy our country? This is what the the rise against this thing is all about. It's not that, many of us are not likely to contest any election. There may be others who will. But we are not here because we want to contest the elections. No, we're here because we want to salvage. We want to salvage our country. You know very well how terrible the image, and this is the second point, how terrible the image of this country has gone down. You have heard about prebendalism, I'm sure, isn't it?
Yeah, prebendal politics.
I just went to AI and tried to get some updates. And I was surprised. I read you the first paragraph. And this is something you can check from your phone. Just, go to Google or your search platform and just write prebendalism. What did it say? Prebendalism is a political concept notably analyzed by Richard Joseph regarding Nigeria, where state offices are treated as personal entitlements by office holders. It involves the systematic abuse of public office for personal, ethnic, and religious enrichment, often through corruption, patronage, rent-seeking, rather than public service. It goes on and on. Look at this reference to Nigeria.
It's just my personal friends.
So the point I'm making is that if we don't take care, the whole world will be a pioneer state.
Serious.
Nobody now wants to deal with Nigeria. Except criminals. Criminals will come because that's their den. And they do work with criminals. Look at the big names and the big businesses. So that are making really the money in this, because it's an era of criminals. And we have got to do something about it. We're not here for a joke. Please. At our age, we really don't have much to look forward other than to make sure that the struggles we have started in our youth, we have continued until we can salvage this country. One final point. You see, the real concern is that this country may not survive the manipulations of the criminals in politics. What happens if he doesn't? You have seen what happened to Somalia. You have seen what happened to Liberia. You have seen what happened to Peru, Chile, so many other countries around the world. Whenever the system collapses, look at Sudan. It will take another 30, 40, 50 years before it comes